गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोधनन्दना व्रज जननी यशोधनन्दना व्रज
चैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपगतामह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं मां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे पञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महादान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna everyone. I would like to thank Krishna Seva Prabhu and family for inviting all of us, and especially giving me this opportunity to speak. It is very, very auspicious month of the year, Kartik month, and I'm very thankful to Krishna Seva Prabhu and family for inviting for this wonderful program. I see myself very awkward to sit here when everyone already is very much absorbed in devotion. That's why I'm just thinking, what should I do? Yeah. What I can definitely request is everyone please bless me so that I can speak today, tomorrow as well as Sunday, 3 days. Usually we are celebrating Bhagavad Sapta, like a 7 day of Bhagavatam every day, especially during the Christmas time. It gives very nice time that we go very deep into wonderful pastimes from Bhagavatam. And now maybe we can call this as an appetizer for our upcoming Bhagavad Sapta. And while I was thinking what can be very interesting, it's very difficult to choose one because every pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam has so much instructions, lessons, and even life transforming, that if we are very careful, then we are blessed. For this month of Kartik, I was thinking, I think we have been practicing devotion. We are very much into service. We want to do services. What can be a very interesting subject which can help us to know us better, that we can offer proper service? And in that direction, I was thinking. I think I told to Ambika Mataji once. The topic can be about Chitraketu pastime. How many of us already know this pastime? So I'm happy that only one is getting bored. But please help me that you can add if I miss something or enhance this so that when we are anyway starting to speak about Chitraketu's pastime, so it's nice that we get as much as possible. So in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which will also be a topic for our Bhagavad Saptah, which will be Ajamil pastime. After that comes this Chitraketu's pastime. But before that there is an incident which is not so common, and the topic was about Indra. Indra loses power, and he had to fight with Vritrasura, a demon. Every pastime is nice when we have good questions, and we can see Chitraketu pastime also starts with wonderful questions that Parikshit Maharaj is asking Sukadeva Goswami. These questions are very nice. Why? Because don't we have this question often that why bad things happen to good people? But more interesting is why good things happen to bad people. Isn't it? Huh? Isn't it? We are also interested. Okay. For the society, we may say why bad things happen to good people, but we are more interested to know why good things happen to bad people. Because we have been doing so many things, and why all of a sudden someone else is getting blessed? We are working out and someone is getting blessed. Is it maybe that because you are next to my home, whatever I am doing, it's actually the Lord doesn't know where to give it, so He's giving in the next house. It's always the problem with neighbors, right? Why is the neighbor always becoming very rich, and why I am still? Maybe there's some, take it from this, from Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 6, chapter 14. We'll spend some time because this is very, very nice. I really like it because I can feel myself why I don't have such nice questions. 14th chapter. The 14th chapter. Parikshit Maharaj is asking Sukadeva Goswami, I can't understand why could Vritrasura get the love of Godhead. Of course, Parikshit Maharaj was not asking because he was envious. Usually we are envious, might be because of envy, we want to know, I also want, I'm better than others, so I would like to know, maybe I missed something, I want to know now, so that I can also become like that. No, but Parikshit Maharaj was asking a very genuine question because he was curious to know what is the secret. How come that a person who is a Rakshas, who is a demon, Asura, how can an Asura can become so successful that even the Lord, we know that when Vritrasura was killed, We know uh, when this thunderbolt, the weapon, Vajra, what do you call this? Vajra? Huh? What? Yeah, what is it called? I forgot. Vajra, so something. Yeah, anyway. So he took a lot of time to cut the head of Vritrasura. Yeah. That was not easy for him. And not only that, after that, very interesting that there was this very nice light that came from the body of Vritrasura and it went to the spiritual world or even went into the Lord. So that was the point where everyone were thinking, hey, this is amazing, amazing. But Parikshit Maharaj is not only amazed, he was also kind of very astonished. It's so nice that such a boon is given, but how come? How come? He's asking. Huh? It starts, Sri Parikshit Uvacha. Rajastama Swabhavasya Brahman Vrutrasya Papna Narayane Bhagavati Katham Wow Asid Drida Mati. How is it possible? He's saying, O learned Brahmana, Sukadeva Goswami, demons are generally sinful, being obsessed with the mode of passion and ignorance. How then Vritrasura had attained such exalted love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan? In the purport, Prabhupada is mentioning very important point. It's not easy to become a pure devotee, right? We know how struggling it is. A very big struggle we have to do every day. Get up in the morning to do japa is itself. My God, it's like climbing an elephant, which is on a mountain. So difficult. So Srila Prabhupada is writing that in the material world, everyone is obsessed with the modes of passion and ignorance. However, unless one conquers the mode of passion and ignorance, he cannot come to the platform of goodness, and there is no chance of one becoming a pure devotee. And how can an asura become a devotee? Krishna is also saying in Bhagavad Gita, Esham to antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvanda moha nirmukta bhajante mam drida. He's saying it is one can be very firmly fixed. A person who has acted piously in previous lives and in this life, whose sinful actions are completely eradicated and who are fixed from the duality of delusion, engage themselves in my service with determination. So that's what we know, right? That's what as a sadhaka we want. What we want to give up all this, and then, but then is it a chance that an asura also can become? That should be taken care. Is it on? This should go there. That should come here.
This is
what I responded. So we are taking a common route, and how many of us want to really do hard work? We are struggling very, very hard, and we want to have a break, right? Monday to Friday we are working, and Saturday, Sunday we want a break. Isn't it something aspiring to be having a break is nice, hard working? Maybe here Vritrasura found a shortcut. Yeah, Vritrasura has a shortcut. That's why so Parikshit Maharaj is asking that, and he further goes, Devanam Suddha Sattvanam Rishim Cha Amalatmanam Bhaktir Mukunda Charane Na Praye Nopa Jayate. Okay, maybe that's fine. It is so difficult to be a pure devotee. First of all, I don't know how an asura can be a pure devotee. Even Parikshit Maharaj is saying there are semi bhaktas. You know who are the semi bhaktas? Semi bhaktas are, he is saying, Devanam Suddha Sattvanam. So, Devatas. The demigods are semi bhaktas, semi gods. Which means
They are not so much, it is not my word. Here it says, the demigod situated in the mode of goodness. See, even if one is in the mode of goodness, and great sages cleansed of the dirt of material enjoyment hardly ever render pure devotional service. Huh? Even the devatas, even the great rishis, they may not render such a pure devotional service. To whom? Mukunda Charane, to the lotus feet of Mukunda. The question is how? How could Vritrasura have become such a great devotee? We know devatas, yeah. There is suras and asuras. Suras are always devoted, they are always devotional and engaging in the service of the Lord. Even such devatas may not render such pure devotional service. But Vritrasura, what did he do? Though he is an asura, but he got directly the love of Godhead. And he goes further. He's saying, you know what? In this material world, there are as many living entities as atoms. Among these living entities, a very few are human beings. And among them, few are interested in following religious principles. This verse is self explanatory, and wherever we see around us, we can very well understand that. Why only the hall is half full? Because yeah, everyone is fully busy in their own uh, interests. So very very few are dharmic. Very very few follow religious principles. No? I try to make a funnel or a pyramid. I try to make just so that I could show how it looks like. There are so many beings or atoms, and of them very very few are humans. As soon as I put this amount or the figure in that graph, that was no more pyramid, that was not a funnel, it was like this. One big line here, and then there was small portion of humans, and then now I'm going to tell something else where we only see line, very very thin line. It says, Prabhupada, it goes further. O best of Brahmanas, out of many persons who follow religious principles, means who are dharmic, only a few desire liberation from the material world. Some still like to be in this world. Yeah, they have nice family, they have nice friends, they have nice wealth, nice name and everything. They are also very pious and they want to continue to be pious. For that they are ready to do anything. They go, they give, what do you call this, charity, or do the yajnas in whichever yuga one is. Among many thousands who desire liberation, one may actually achieve liberation. So from a big number we come to that number, and from that number we are talking only one who can achieve liberation. That is also not so great. What is more rare, it is even more interesting. It is said, one who understands the true meaning of liberation is even more rare. So, a recap. Who can give this? A recap? Among many living beings, very few humans, and among that humans, very few who are dharmic. Among so dharmic who are very less, one very few are interested in liberation. Just if one is interested in liberation, one will not get liberation. We know how much blood and sweat it takes, isn't it? Among them, one who achieves is already rare, and one who understands is even more rare than that.
What's the difference, like who understands or who achieves?
Yeah. I just want chocolate. I want chocolate. I'm fan of it. I want chocolate. I don't see the benefit and I don't understand that. I just want it. Achieving is easy, but understanding what is that, you need some intelligence. For achieving, you need some skills. Huh? But to understand, we need intelligence. So having a buddhi to understand why liberation, what does that really mean is only devotee can really understand what is the purpose of liberation. Which means it is very, very rare for a person to really understand why he wants liberation. And now we can see that whole, I thought, let me not do that diagram. It's just like, yeah. It is said, Muktanam abhi siddhanam, Narayana parayana, asudurlabha, very, very rare. Hmm? Uh, Prashanatmana, Katish api mahamuni. He is saying, among many millions who are liberated and perfect in knowledge of liberation, one may be a devotee of Lord Narayan. Such devotees who are fully peaceful are extremely rare. We are not even talking about people who understand liberation. Even if you gather all the people who are very much understood what is liberation, among them, one who can understand that serving Narayana Parayana. Huh? Parayana means one who is devoted, one who is devotee of whom Narayan is very, 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 very rare. How many of us want to be in that rare list? For that reason, we need to understand Chitraketu's pastime. Sometimes we may have this hope, right? Okay, is there a shortcut? Is there a shortcut? I'll tell on Sunday there is a shortcut. Until then, we still go through the long cut. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives in the following purport in this verse. What he says is, simply desiring mukti or liberation is insufficient. One must become factually liberated. That is the difference. Achieving liberation is different. To factually achieve liberation means one understands what it is. When one understands the futility of materialistic way of life, one becomes advanced in knowledge. So anyway, there is a wonderful purport. It gives about two kinds of jnanis, and the essence of is, as I said, what is the purpose of knowledge. One is inclined into devotional service and other is to the impersonal realization. One who is going more in the direction of mukti is more looking into the impersonal realization. Let me get freedom from suffering. Let me not get into the cycle of birth and death. Huh? Let me realize the Lord in the form of Paramatma. In the purport, Prabhupada further gives, impersonalists generally undergo great endeavor for no tangible benefit. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur purport. His commentary. Sorry, if I'm fast, yeah. Little bit fast I can go, or yes. There are two kinds of jnanis. One is serving the Lord with knowledge. It is said, one is inclined to devotional service and other to the impersonal realization. Impersonalists generally undergo great endeavor for no tangible benefit. And therefore it is said that they are husking paddy that has no grain. Husking, right? So we want to take the rice from the grain or wheat from the grain, but there is no grain inside. Just the other class jnanis whose jnana is mixed with bhakti are also two kinds. Those who are devoted to the so-called false form of the Lord, and those who understand the Supreme Lord as Satchit Ananda Vigraha. The Mayavadi devotees worship Narayan, but very, very dangerous concept. Mayavadis also worship Narayan, but they see that when Narayan is appearing in the world, they see that he has taken the Maya form and he is also material. This is what, I'll read. Mayavad devotees worship Narayan or Vishnu with the idea that Lord Vishnu has accepted a form of Maya and that the ultimate truth is actually impersonal.
taken the form of Durga Devi? That's what they mean, or the form of Vishnu itself is a Maya. That's how they perceive.
They see that the Lord who has appeared in the material world, they see him, yeah,
Form of Maya.
is
Okay.
he's like a human
Understood.
or the factor of Maya, which is made of the five gross elements,
Yeah.
and yeah, so that's how they see. So what happens with that is those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demonic and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes of liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. It goes further. Those who aspire to be elevated to the heavenly planets of devotional service will also be frustrated because this is not the result of devotional service. Huh? However, they are also given a chance to engage in devotional service. So, in this regard, Srila Madhvacharya gives the following quote from Tantra Bhagavata. Navakostya te devanam rishya sapta kotaya narayanaya sarve ke kachit, sorry, ye kechit tat parayanam. There are 90 million demigods and 70 million sages who are all called Narayanaya, Narayana Ayana. Narayan Ayanas means followers, devotees of Lord Narayan. Among them, only a few are called Narayana Parayana. Narayan Parayana and Narayana Ayana. So that is the difference. It is said that the difference between Siddhas, Narayana Parayana means one who is devoted to Lord Narayan, and Narayanaya, this means the one who is mm, no I'll repeat. Narayana Ayana. Ayana means actually is part of. So they are part of it. They are part of. They see that because there is Brahma Jyoti which is Narayan, I am also merging into that. That is the understanding that they belong to it, but they don't engage in the active service of the Lord. The one who actively engages in service of the Lord Narayan is Narayan Parayana. Yeah.
Aham Brahmasmi. They think they are the God.
Yeah.
Like that.
The difference between Siddhas and Narayan Parayan is that the direct devotee are called Narayan Parayan, whereas those who perform various type of mystic yoga are called Siddhas. So Narayana Ayanas are also Siddhas. And then Vritrasura was situated into the blazing fire of battle and was infamous, sinful demon, always engaged in giving troubles to and anxieties to the others. How could such a demon become so greatly Krishna conscious? This is the question. And after that, it goes further. He says, Sukadeva Goswami, although Vritrasura was a sinful demon, he showed the prowess of most exalted Kshatriya and satisfied Lord Indra in battle. So, first of all, he is Kshatriya. Though he is a demon, he is a Kshatriya demon. And then not only that, he even challenged Indra. So, definitely he is great. He is not ordinary. How could such a demon be a great devotee of Lord Krishna? These contradictions have caused me great doubt, and they have made me eager to hear of this from you. So that's how it starts. It's very, very relevant for us if we can really put ourselves in the shoes of Parikshit Maharaj. This is question that comes to us time to time. How come that someone is amazingly great devotee, but he just joined yesterday, right? He just came yesterday, but his sadhana is excellent. He gets up early in the morning, 3 o'clock. He washes the pots every day. Evening, he makes the temple very clean. he distributes books like anything. How is it possible? Maybe because of karma, or maybe some sukruti, or maybe, yeah, I think someone is starting now, so he'll have a lot of passion. Maybe after a few months now, we'll see what is that. Until then, let us understand from this pastime what could be a reason. There can be many reasons. Yeah, there are actually 11, no, 12 reasons. We'll see one very important reason here. Srila Sukadeva Goswami is saying, I shall speak to you the same history I have heard from the mouths of Vyasadeva, Narada, and Devala. Please listen with attention. This is what Sukadeva Goswami is saying. The beauty of this pastime is we are going to talk about the pastime where Narada has told to Sukadeva Goswami, and Narada himself is also in this pastime. So, which means authentic. It's not like injected, there is no need to doubt this. Very simple. Narada Muni himself is there, so he is going to tell about what happened. In the province of Surashena, there was a king named Chitraketu who ruled the entire earth during his reign. The earth produced all necessities of life. So that is the glory. Yeah? In those days, the kings were really Kshatriyas. There was no need of, what is this? What happened now? This coalition that broke now in Germany or in US, there was election. Everywhere there is always this. And then, no, the kings were very apt that Prabhupada has mentioned, yeah, usually now we are taking shelter of what is it called, democracy, but democracy is not. Democracy is democracy, right? You voting, yeah? No, yeah. There is actually a selection. We should really select suitable candidate where mass may not know who is that suitable candidate. So a group of people will say, hey, he has this quality, and then they would elect or select. So the king was very, very, very dharmic, and he was making sure that everything was properly taken care. And not only that, he said uh, the king was so successful professionally. He was very successful by profession. What is the profession of taking care of all his people, everything? But he was not successful in his personal life. What happened was that he had no son. Though king who was ruling, but he was not having son, no progeny. It's very, very painful. So what did he did? He married one more. Easy. Tried again. Didn't work. Try again. In that way he had 10 million wives.
King Chitraketu, no?
Yeah, Chitraketu. We were not talking about this yuga. Yeah. Chitraketu had 10 million wives. But although he was capable of producing children, he did not receive a child from any of them. By chance, all the wives were barren. $10 million is already quite a good figure, right? It's not so easy to really have so much uh, uh, determination to really have a child. Because what is so important to have a child? When we are now in 21st century, we are having a question, should we really marry? Why should we marry? Why should we have children? And all these questions are there, right? If you ask youth, they immediately say no marriage. Best thing is live. What is it? Live together. No. Huh? See, live in relationship. Huh? And all. Huh? Everything is already available, right? So you don't really have to have a marriage. You don't have to prove yourself of quality of good relationship. Yeah, living you don't have to prove how good you are, right? Very easy going and easy going coming, and that's it. In the case of Chitraketu, yeah, he was thinking that if there is no son, he was thinking who will take care of offering the Pindadan for forefathers. When we do not understand the purpose of Antyeshti or this ceremony, sanskaras, the importance of sanskaras right from the birth till death, there is a very important way of bringing a soul into this world, and also, yeah, when the soul leaves this world, then a proper destination can be um, granted by a process. Yeah. So those days, because one is very very serious to make sure that the father or the mother or the forefathers, they get relief from sinful life. Yeah. Maybe they have already succeeded, they have already done everything perfect and they have achieved, but nevertheless there is this process through which one is offering food. Yeah? This Pindadan is a process of which the one who is in this Preta form, they are getting food so that they can practice, yeah? They can maintain, they can also earn good results. So Chitraketu, because he was very much determined that he wanted to have a progeny, a son, so that that son can help the forefathers to be relieved from suffering. uh, that's why he was very much into trying. And then he was so much disappointed. He was so much disappointed. So much. We can see similar example in another pastime. Where is that? Raja Dashrath. Second one. That was easy, right? Parvati. She was also thinking, hey, no son, hey, what is this? She also, because she was so much thinking, and then we know how Ganesh came. So this is what happens when everything is there, still there is something, that small thing can really be a very big thing of a worry. In our life, we have so many such worries, right? If we make it big, it becomes worry. If we don't make it big, it's no more worrying. But how can I? How can I ignore it? How can I neglect it? How can I avoid it? No, no, no. I want to make it big. It's just like I keep blowing this air into this balloon, and the balloon becomes bigger and bigger, and we say, wow, it's big, big, big. I don't know when it will explode. Hey, stop pumping, man. If you don't pump, then the balloon will not become big. Isn't it? What do you say? When the balloon is becoming bigger, it's worry, right? At any moment, it will blast. The worry is also like that. It can blast any moment. But still, we want to make it big, big, big. And here in this case, huh, Chitraketu was also blowing up this worry. No son, no son, no son. Hey, it's a big thing. Oh. And he was very fortunate when these things happen, right? There is always some saintly people, they keep going and coming. And there was this Angira, sage Angira, who came. And sage Angira is asking, when he was traveling all over the world without engagement, by his sweet will, he came to the palace of king. And then as soon as he came, Chitraketu stood up from his throne and offered him worship. He offered drinking water, like Poonam Mataji is giving, uh, drinking water and eatables. I think that will come later. And in this way, performed his duty as a host of a great guest. Very nice. When the rishi was seated very comfortably, the king, restraining his mind and senses, sat on the ground at the side of the rishi's feet. So very obediently, Chitraketu was sitting next to Angira Rishi. Chitraketu, bent low in humility, was seated at the lotus feet of great sage, and the sage congratulated him for his humility and hospitality. The sage addressed him in the following words, and these words are very nice. He said, "My dear king, I hope your body and mind and your royal associates and paraphernalia are well. What is that? Hmm? Body, mind, your royal associates and paraphernalia are well. So, even the seven properties of material nature, the total energy, total material energy, the ego, and the five object senses are in proper order. The living entity within the material elements is happy. Without these seven elements, one cannot exist. Similarly, a king is always protected by seven elements. What are they? Instructor. If there is, I mean, you may have heard or have read also that it is not that the who's that US president is not going to take all decisions on himself. Yeah, there is this, there is a high, yeah, there is, what is it called? Senate. Yeah, there is a Senate where all are going to prepare what he has to speak. Yeah, of course, maybe they may hear. I remember this once when there was uh, a devotee in Kadam Kanan Maharaj class, and she was asking how can a female like me can become a leader, and then he was telling his own situation. He was saying, I became I became temple president or temple commander for Vrindavan. I was the last person to say my word. As soon as I say green color, they would say why green color. So everyone used to tell what they want, and and the manager or the the president or the commander, he was given the last choice. Anyway, why did we go there? Yeah, instructor. It is said the seven elements. One is instructor. It is said Swami or Guru, his ministers, his kingdom, his fort, his treasury, his royal order, and his friends. Kingdom, Rajya, huh? Fort, the palace, whatever. That is where it's like a body that is protecting him. Treasury, wealth, and royal order, and his friends. In the purport, Prabhupada is bringing Sridhar Swami's commentary. He says, a king is not alone. He first has his spiritual master, the supreme guide. Then comes his ministers, his kingdom, his fortification, his treasury, his system of law and order, and his friends. Hmm? If these seven are properly maintained, the king is happy. Therefore, the sage asked, the sage Angira inquired about king's personal health and good fortune of his seven associates. And it goes further, he says, the actual happiness of the king and his dependents described in this verse is what? Oh, Lord of king in the humanity. He is saying, Chitraketu, you are very, very well known for your humanity. When a king directly depends upon his associates and follow their instructions, he is happy. Similarly, when his associates offer their gifts and activities to the king and follow his orders, they are also happy. So it is not a one directional activity where that the king is serving the people, then he is happy. No, it is also that people also should serve the king. Huh? It is both ways. A king should not simply give orders to his dependents because he is supreme. No, sometimes he must follow their instructions. Similarly, the dependents should depend on the king. This mutual dependency will make everyone happy. He said, O king, this is a very, he is narrowing down everything. And now he said, are your wives, citizens, secretaries, and servants and the merchants who sell spices and oil? He is just asking, okay, are your people are happy? Well, is your business going fine? Who sells spices and oils under your control? Are they in your control? Are you also in full control of ministers, the inhabitants of your palace, your providential governors, your sons, and your other dependents? Hmm? If the king's mind is fully controlled, all his family members and government officers are subordinate to him. His provincial governors present taxes on time without resistance. What to speak of lesser servants? So, Angira Rishi is saying, if the king, his mind is fully controlled, then everyone becomes controlled. But if the king is not having that, the purport Prabhupada is mentioning, Angira Rishi asked the king whether his mind was also under control. This is the most essential for happiness. This is what Prabhupada writes in the purport. Otherwise, what happens? Yeah, it becomes more um, burden, this frustration. I think this is what also Angira Rishi is saying. O king, I can observe that your mind is not pleased. You seem not to have achieved your desired goal. Is this because of you yourself? Or has it been caused by others? Your face is very pale, it, uh, and it reflects very deep anxiety. Sometimes we see, hey, he is very, very happy. Hmm, Usually very rare, but isn't it? And he goes, although the great sage Angira knew everything, he knows, right? As a rishi, he knows what everything. He inquired from the king in this way. Thus, Chitraketu, desiring a son, bent low in great humility and spoke to the great sage as follows. This is very important. Why did why didn't Angira Rishi asked? Hey, he would all, hey, you don't have a kid now? You want a kid? Shall I give you a kid? Why? Yeah, after having 10 million wives, is it a secret business? No. All three worlds would have known that Chitraketu really struggled. Uh, it's Angira Rishi definitely knew, but he want to see. Why should he give? In the end, if I give you something that you don't want, uh, he just asked, and then that was it. That was it. And then Chitraketu was saying, "Oh, great Lord Angira."
What did he ask? The last question?
He asked, I think, uh, everything is everything fine? Is your mind under your control? Hmm? Desiring here. Um, After hearing all this, Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami is saying to Parikshit Maharaj, although the great sage Angira knew everything, he inquired from the king in this way. Thus, King Chitraketu, desiring a son, could actually ask. So the king finally he became. He said, because of austerity, knowledge, and transcendental samadhi, you know everything, Maharaj. Is there something that I have to tell you? You know everything. You are freed from all reactions of sinful life. Therefore, a perfect yogi, you can understand everything, external, internal. So you know my problem. Huh? You know, yet you are asking me why I am in full anxiety, full of anxiety. Therefore, in response to your order, let me disclose the cause. Huh? This is what is human nature, right? He says, as a person aggrieved by hunger and thirst is not pleased by external gratification of flower garlands or sandalwood pulp, I am not pleased with my empire, whatever, opulence, possessions, which are desirable even for great demigods because I have no son. So nice, yeah. He came just straight to the point. Huh? He said, you know everything, but still, yeah, because you are giving me an opportunity to tell, and yeah, I'm just telling you, please give me that son. Huh? How much should I try? This is the human nature. Huh? What is human nature? We are not pleased with what we have because we make it bigger. We think, no. Huh? If providence में अगर बच्चा नहीं, if in the providence there is no son, what can we do? Here he says, human nature is we are pleased only if desires are fulfilled. Though the king had everything except this one thing, he had everything, right? He had nice kingdom, he had nice people, he had everything, success, everything is there. Only one child caused him so much worry. Sometimes now when we get one, we say one plus would have been nice, isn't it? That plus is still there now. That why to miss that plus? We are not pleased in spite of many opulences and possessions unless that desired one is fulfilled. And here Chitraketu Maharaj is asking Angira Rishi, please, 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 please. He is saying, is it here? And the next verse, let me see. Yeah. Tata pahi mahabhaga. Pahi means, we would have heard, na? Pahi mam, pahi mam. Mam means me, pahi means what? Save. Please save me, please save me. Here he is asking, oh, tata pahi mahabhaga purvai saha gatam tamaha. Yata tarema dushparam prajaya tad videhi naha. Therefore, O great sage, please save me and my forefathers who are descending to the darkness of hell, because I have no progeny. Very responsible. Yeah, that is what dharmic. He is very dharmic. He is asking this. Kindly do something so that I may have a son to deliver us from hellish condition. Not only about my forefather, about me, right? when he then he dies, his son has to take care of this ritual, right? He's saying, according to according to Vedic civilization, one gets married simply to have a son, hmm, who is needed to offer oblations to his forefather. We thought marriage life is all about having great fun, great enjoyment, isn't it? All this, no. It's very clear. Vedic civilization was that we made some great imaginations, we come to reality. Where if we are in grihastha ashram, we come to reality. Our imaginations are meeting our the real reality. It is said that one gets married simply to have son, that's it. We may have come across in when we read this uh, Satkriya Saradipika from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. In that there is this Garbhadhan Samskar and there is whole explanation. It is said this is the purpose of Grihastha Ashram, married life. So actually, one is getting married not for enjoyment, but one is getting married so that he can get son, and that son can actually do this Antyeshti and all the rituals. Chitraketu responsibly desired to beget a child so that he and his forefathers might be delivered from the darkest regions. He was concerned with how to get pinda oblations in the next life, not only for himself but also for his forefathers. Therefore, he requested Angira Rishi to favor him by doing something that could help him get a son. So, this is what. And then, and after hearing to this, hmm, Angira Rishi is born from Lord Brahma's mind. And then he is saying, was very much merciful towards him, and he said, because the sage was greatly powerful personality, he performed a sacrifice by offering oblation of sweet rice to Twasta. Um, yeah, Twasta is a personality, just for info, but yeah. Then it goes further. He says, the best, Parikshit Maharaj is saying, best, the remnants of the food offered to the yajna were given to the king, by the great sage, uh, to the first and to the most perfect among Chitraketu's millions of queens, whose name was Kritadyuti. So, after this yajna is performed, the sweet rice was given by Angira Rishi to the chosen queen of Chitraketu. Yeah, sweet. No halwa, man. हजारों में एक कृतद्युति. Yeah, कृतद्युति.
From this time, करोड़ों में एक.
See, there is this, na? Have you, what is the program here? It's called Million. Uh, who becomes millionaire? Here, she was the one of one among that millionaire. So, thereafter, the sage told the king, everyone listen very carefully what Angira Rishi said. And this is also truth, absolutely. He says, O great king, now you will have a son who will be the cause of both jubilation and lamentation. After saying this, the sage left. Huh? He didn't even wait for the response. He was not interested. He came, he wanted the blessing, he gave the blessing, he left. It is said that he said the son who is going to be born, he is going to be the source for your harsha and shoka. Harsha means happiness, shoka means lamentation. The father was happy in happiness. He is, hey, if someone is telling your astrology is saying everything is good or bad, you only focus in good part, right? Huh? You have a lot of hope that only good thing will happen. So in this case, oh sorry Mataji, I couldn't I couldn't go much forward. Huh? How much time by the way we have? Half an hour more. What time? Until what time, Mataji? Hey, it will not stall. So anyone, they can take breaks, they can go and come back. Just started, as you can already see. What the fun starts now. What happened now? Angira Rishi has blessed Chitraketu because that was the only thing which is worrying. You have a worry, I give a solution. That becomes another worry, isn't it? Huh? Huh? Kids think that hey, going to gymnasium is what they want. Then there is no more worry. After getting into gymnasium starts another worry. Huh? Siddhi? You have to work a lot. You have to do so many things. Better is no gymnasium. So here, Angira Rishi has finally blessed them, and then he was telling that, hey, this is the source of your jubilation and lamentation. But the king was focusing only on jubilation. He was not interested in lamentation. Shok, what is that shok? Hey, I am a king, I can do so many things, I can manage whatever may come. Isn't it? Don't we have that confidence in us? First become engineer, then we will find a job.
Question to me.
Yeah.
Indira Rishi did not tell what will cause lamentation, or that he didn't elaborate.
He didn't have time to listen. he, he was not at all in the mood to hear, na? Yeah. Because for him it was like, I want son.
Something and I'm getting.
No, that's it. And then the sage left without waiting for Chitraketu's response. In the purport, Prabhupada writes, thus the king was satisfied thinking that let there be a son, it doesn't matter if he is very obedient or not. Huh? Somehow or the other, let us get the son who can do the oblation. That was his main concern. Huh? I don't know if someone is from Bengal here. No one? Then let's skip the proverb. There is a proverb, it seems, in Bengal. There is a proverb that instead of having no maternal uncle, it is better to have a maternal uncle who is blind. The king accepted this philosophy, thinking that a disobedient son would be better than no son at all. And in this regard, Chanakya Pandit is saying, what is the use of a son who is neither a learned scholar nor a devotee? Such a son is like a blind, diseased eye, which always causes suffering. Nevertheless, the material world is so polluted that one wants to have son even though he is useless. This attitude was represented in the history of Chitraketu. So he just wanted son, Baba एक बच्चा दे दो, हाँ बच्चा दे दो बस, हाँ मिल गया, हाँ. And then after all, by the mercy of the blessings of Angira Rishi, and the sweet rice was taken by Kritadyuti and she became pregnant. Huh? And then, and it goes, after receiving that, she developed pregnancy, and then just as moon develops, yeah, this is analogy, but it is said thereafter in the due course of time, a son was born to the king. Wow, the son, come on, beta, hmm, beta mil gaya. Raja beta, he is a king and his son will be Raja beta. No? and and hearing news of this, all, now I can go in Hindi also because yeah, now Nilmada Prabhu. So, hearing news of this, all the inhabitants of the state are extremely pleased. It was not, it was not only the king was happy. Seeing the king that like that, na, the people were also so much sad. Sad, na? All this time till now there was no son. Huh? Because the king was not happy, everyone were sharing that. Oh. Huh. And then then what happened? The king was happy, and then he said, unto the Brahmanas who took part in the ritualistic ceremony, the king gave charity of gold, silver, garments, ornaments, villages, horses, elephants, as well as 60 crores of cows, 600 million cows. Wow. He is a king, can do it. No, but that is what we can understand, that usually our focus is not celebrating birthday parties. Like my kid's first birthday should be very grand. It should have all flexes with all kinds of mixes and all crazies. No, the very important element of celebration is what? Charity. Hmm? Charity to not anyone. Again, it is charity to Brahmanas. Why? Why only Brahmanas? First of all, they don't anyway earn. That is a good reason. Next thing is also they know how to use it. If you want to give something to someone who misuse it, it's not good. So better you give something to proper people. And then then it goes further. Now, when a poor man gets some money after great difficulty, what will he do? His affection for money increases daily. He says, "Wow, wow, yes, yes, I want." Yeah, because if someone is getting money, he would just try to sleep on the lot of money. Hey, what may happen tomorrow? Who's seen? Hare Krishna. So let me gather everything. So just like for a poor man, if he gets money, what will he do? He always sees 500 note, 1000 note. He's so much absorbed in it. Hey, my money, my money, my money. Similarly, a person who didn't have son, when he had son, he was so much absorbed in it. My son, my dear son. And then he was affection for the son increased day by day. And not only that, the mother is also, the mother's attraction and attention to the son is also increasing. Like that of the child's father, excessively increased. So, Kritadriti also had great affection for her wonderful son. Yeah, hey, my child, special feeling, with great feeling. That is very, very dangerous when we don't know how to manage our feelings. Managing our feelings is very important. If I'm very, very happy, yeah, I'm just managing it, doesn't work. We have to understand where are we. Just imagine if someone is lost in a gamble and then you won and you say, hey, I won the. No. Yeah. There is a person who is suffering. And how can one rejoice? There were so many, how many? 10 million minus 1 queens of Chitraketu were not having kid. Only one queen had kid. And he, the king, was very happy This queen was very happy, both were very happy, they were taking care of the child very happily. In this happiness, they forgot, they have neglected the other queens. The king was so much absorbed. The other wives, seeing Kritaditi's son, were very much agitated as if high fevers with a desire to have sons. They also wanted to have sons, yeah, because my husband is neglecting because I don't have son. I should also have son. That is frustration that they were going through. As king, Chitraketu fostered his son very carefully. His affection for queen Kritaditi increased. Yeah. So the king was giving more affection to Kritaditi because, yeah, after all, because of her, he is now proud father. Yeah. So that's why he was giving a lot of importance to Kritaditi, and then, but gradually he lost affection for all other wives who had no sons. This is very, very dangerous. Managing emotions is very important. We can't be insensitive to the surroundings because it bites us back. Any other reference from Ramayana? Can anyone remember? Ram? That's okay then. Yeah, still, yeah. Mandara. What was happening is when Ram was child, brothers were having great fun by shooting arrows, archery. They used to shoot arrows, great fun. Then they used to shoot an arrow to the mangoes. The mangoes should come down, and they shoot another arrow. Mangoes was going and again uh, uh, fixed to the tree. In this great fun, what happened is Ram has shot an arrow to the nose pin of Manthara. That fell down, and everyone were laughing. Everyone were laughing because it's very nice, right? It's a great fun time. But Mandara could not. Maybe it's so funny for us, so much joyful for us, but it's so painful for someone that Mandara, at that time, she thought she had bad feelings for Ram. And then, when the time came, she took the revenge in the form of transpiring Kaikeyi. Yeah, we know what happened after. So it's very important that we manage our emotions, we manage our feelings, especially where we are. Of course, if everyone can enjoy, we can enjoy. If everyone cannot enjoy, we should be careful. Not only for them, but also for our own safety. So this became so much. Then the other queens were extremely unhappy due to their being sonless. First thing, because of the king's negligence. Second thing, first thing is they don't have a son to care. Huh? They are quite alone. If they had their own son, they can take care of their son. They can also enjoy that parenthood relation and all these things. They don't have that. The husband is not caring. Because of the king's negligence towards them, they condemned themselves in envy and lament. They have lamented so much because of what? Envy. Always this is our problem. When we don't have, we are not happy. Only when we have, then we are happy. When someone else has, it's even more painful. If everyone don't have, no problem. Huh? If no one has anything, I'm very happy. All are same level. But maybe if Adirasa Prabhu become rich, huh? No, I can't. Either I should become richer than him or he should become pauper like me. Huh? So that we should be same level, man. Huh? Everyone are on the same level. That's because of envy.
So they were envied.
It's not about you, but
So they were envied. That's why they were lamenting, or they were lamenting that made him envious of them.
the sense. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna. They were envious. They are envious of their position. When one is envious of position, automatic consequence is lamentation. Yeah, you will feel very bad, sad. Hey, Bhagwan, why this only to me? Hmm? Why only to me? I have been doing all Mangalarti every day. Of course, 5 o'clock. No, it's 8 o'clock. That's okay. But I am doing Mangalarti. I am doing that. I am doing this. But why only to me? Huh? That's very nice. Anyway, we'll come to that. How much time we have? Half an hour? No? Oh, 15 minutes. I think we'll come there. Be ready. That starts from there. Anyway, so what happened now? Because the wives were not happy and majority of the majority wins, right? What happened to the majority? Majority were in envy. Huh? All the co-wives of Chitraketu, they came, what they wanted to do now? They wanted to kill the sun. Because the sun is the cause of all our suffering. If sun is killed, then there is no suffering. Then Kritaditi becomes like us. No sun, no? We are at the same level. Same level, no problem. And the husband will anyway not give same value to, he will give same value to everyone. No problem. In this regard, Chanakya Pandit, a wife who has no sons is neglected at home by her husband and dishonored by her co-wives exactly like maid servant. This we know, right? Usually we may see in our society that if someone doesn't have a child, then society will see them very low. The society will see, hey, what is this? As if like there is a defect. Huh? So certainly such a woman is condemned in every respect because of her sinful life. And they think, hey, because she is papi, that's why she doesn't have son. Huh? Because we know, right, Shastra says that if someone begets a son, he should have already, or he and she should have already have great piety, punya. Uh, Only then one is blessed by a son. So, which means if this lady doesn't have a son, what does it logically means? She is sinful. That's how the society is condemning. So that's why no, they could not tolerate what they Chanakya Pandit is saying. A person who has no mother at home and whose wife does not speak sweetly should go to the forest. For such a person, living at home and living in the forest are equal. Anyway, even maid servants are constantly engaged in rendering service to the husband, are honored by the husband, and thus they have nothing for them to lament. Our position is even horrible than maid servants because the husband who is served, at least he is valuing. For us, not even that. And now, because of negligence, because of the opulence of Kritadyuti, because everything is focused, given to her, then being neglected by their husbands and seeing Kritadyuti's opulence in possessing a son, Kritadyuti's co-wives always burnt in envy, which became extremely strong. When envy becomes so strong, what will happen? What is the effect of envy? Loss of intelligence. When we become so much envy, we are not seeing who is great, who is low. Our focus is only he got more, I got less. So that's why what happens? Huh? The heart becomes hard because we lose our intelligence. We should be very compassionate to everyone, but because we lost that intelligence due to envy, what is happening? Our heart becomes hard. This is what happens to the queens. Unable to tolerate the king's neglect. What they decided, their mind got poisoned. Why? Because of this envy. Yeah, which means envy is like a poison. So they have poisoned the sun. Like a poison. Because of that, they have taken the real poison for the sun. Given. Unaware of this poison administered by her co-wives, queen, what? Who would guess that? Hey, my sisters or co-sisters, what do you call this? Co-sisters, na? Hey, they would think everyone is taking care, na? Who will doubt? No, they thought everything is fine. No, this queen Kritadyuti was thinking, hey, my son is sleeping, let him sleep. Raja beta hai, thoda sone do. Let him sleep for a while. And then Queen Kritadyuti walked within the house thinking that her son was sleeping deeply. She did not understand that he was dead. Huh? Thinking that her child had been sleeping for a long time. Kritaditi, who was certainly very intelligent, ordered the nurse, "My dear friend, please bring my son here." And then this nurse, when she went, she saw, "Hey, what is this? The son is dead." Very, very pathetic, right? And how shocking it is. Huh? It came as a shock to this, and bigger shock is how can she tell to her, uh, uh, what do you call owner? Not owner, master, uh, that hey, madam, the son is dead. No. Hmm. When the maidservant approached the child who was lying down, she saw that his eyes were turned upward. There was no sign of life. All his senses have been stopped, and she could understand that the child was dead. And seeing this, she immediately cried, "Now I am doomed," and fell to the ground. In great agitation, she was beating her own chest and cried loudly in regretful words. Hearing her loud voice, the queen immediately came, and when she approached her son and saw that he was suddenly dead. Hmm. This is the condition of the now the condition of the queen is very, very pathetic. Uh, King Parikshit Maharaj, Sukadev Goswami is saying, o King Parikshit, hearing the loud crying, all the inhabitants of palace came, both men and women. Being equally aggrieved, they all began to cry. Because as if like the king's son is the son for everyone, they were jubiling, enjoying. That son is suddenly gone. When Chitraketu heard of his son's death from unknown causes, he became almost blind. Because of his great affection for his son, his lamentation grew like blazing fire, and as he went to see the dead child, he kept slipping and falling on the ground. I'm just reading translations, even Prabhupada didn't provide the purports because it's very nice flow. When the queen saw her husband, Chitraketu, merged in great lamentation and saw the dead child, who was the only son in the family, she lamented in various ways. This increased the pain in the core of the hearts of all inhabitants of the palace, the ministers, and all the brahmanas. And then, if you give me 20 minutes, I think I can cover very important part. We have time? Huh? Because this is very important. For tomorrow, this is important. Huh? If anyone want to have a break, 5 minutes, they can go, but Katha will go on. Now, these are the feelings of the queen. The queen has lost her son, and then she is crying. She is crying so badly that she is saying like this: "Alas, O Providence, O Creator." Everyone attentive. Hey, they are now bringing Creator in the picture. "O Creator, you are certainly inexperienced in creation." Hmm? The Lord doesn't know how to create. She's saying, "Hey, Lord, you are not perfect. You don't know how to create. What did you create? For during the lifetime of a father, you have caused the death of a son. While the father is still alive, the son is dead. What kind of creation it is?" Yeah? Thus acting in opposition to your creative laws. If you are determined to contradict these laws, you are certainly the enemy of living entities and are never merciful. Out of great pain, the mother is crying. She is just, instead of just being busy with her crying, she was saying, "Hey Lord, you are so ruthless. You don't have any pity. How can you take away the son while the father is alive? Huh? You yourself are contradicting your laws of creation. If you do like this, you will become a big enemy for all the people." Isn't it? He's saying, hey, you are certainly the enemy of living entities and are never merciful. Purport. Purport is nice. Purport Prabhupada is saying, this is the way a conditioned soul condemns the Supreme Creator when he meets reverses. In our life, there are so many reversals that can happen. Hmm. We all wanted to that life goes like this, smooth, sweet, no breaks. Yeah, do you like breaks or not? No breaks, no? But breaks can save the accident. If there is a break, it can save an accident. The purpose of break is so that you can go very safely. When a reversal is there, we don't accept it. We think, hey, what this? Why this happened only to me? And then we even go to the extent that, hey, Lord has created something that doesn't make sense. It's meaningless. How can Lord create? How can someone be rich, someone be poor, someone be, thin, someone be fat? All, I think there is a failure, creation failure. Hmm? No. Sometimes he accuses the Supreme Lord for being crooked because some people are happy and some are not. Here the queen blames the Supreme Providence for her son's death. Huh? Creative law is that the father should die before the son, should die first and then the son. If the creative laws are changed according to the whims of providence, then providence certainly should not be considered merciful, but must be considered inimical to created beings. So he is enemy. Bhagavan, we are all worshipping Bhagavan because we are thinking, hey, he is Surya Sarva Dehinam, he is friend of everyone. No, 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 no. Bhagavan is not friend, he is enemy. Actually, it is not the creator but the conditioned soul who is inexperienced. It is not that the Lord has created something out of some inexperience. No. We conditioned souls have inexperience. What is that? Prabhupada mentions. He does not know how the subtle laws of fruitive activities work. Do we really know how karma works? We only know very grossly. Good things means good result, bad thing means bad result. We don't know when good thing happened, when bad thing happened. So many, we don't know. And without the knowledge of this laws of nature, he ignorantly criticizes the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For example, I know an incident where um, um, a family had a baby, but that was not a very normal delivery, and the complication, the child was disabled, and then until then she was worshipping, she was going to Balaji temple, Tirumala, and then she was worshipping all. Hey Bhagwan, you are not there. If you are there, why this happened? Hey, no, I can't accept it. Why? Because we are inexperienced to understand the laws of nature. It is not that the laws are incorrect. Laws are perfect, but our imperfection is not able to comprehend that perfection. Now the questions increase. She's saying, is Lord inexperienced and unintelligent? She's saying this, not I am. I'm not telling it is. These are the words. He's saying, my Lord, you may say that there is no law that a father must die in the life of his son. Okay, you may say, okay, I don't know, but you may say, no, 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 it can also happen. You may say that. Even if that is accepted, that a son can die before the father, and that a son must be born in the lifetime of his father, since everyone lives and dies according to his own fruitive activities. However, if fruitive activities is so strong, agar karma, if the fruitive activities are so strong that the birth and death depend on that, there is no need of a controller. If this is similar to what Govardhan Lila is, same. She is also saying same thing. If what I do is what I am going to enjoy or suffer, what is the role of the controller? What is he going to control then? Hmm? However, if the fruitive activity is so strong, the birth and death depends upon it. There is no need of controller or God. Again, if you say no, controller is there. If you say that a controller is needed because the material energy does not have the power to act, one may answer that if the bonds of affection you have created are disturbed by the fruitive action, No one will raise child with affection. Hmm? Yes, very, very. This is the secret of, for Grihasthas, very important part. Again, I read. If you say that a controller is needed, okay, Bhagavan, I accept that a controller is needed. Why? Because, where is it? Because this material energy does not have the power to act. Can this cup get up? No. So there is a controller who is going to control. Can this body move? How? When the soul is there. When there is no soul, can it move? No. When this creation is not manifesting, can it move? No. So there is a controller, I accept. Okay. This is okay. But is this all chemicals? Yeah, now scientists will tell na chemistry, this soul is chemical, this body is chemical, the love is chemical, all these are chemicals. Yeah. No, I am accepting there is a controller behind it. That is okay. But if you are a controller, why are you causing suffering for people who have developed affection? A mother has an affection to the son, and you are taking away the son, and then that is breaking the affection. She is saying, no one will raise children with affection. Why? Why to have affection and why to suffer? What is happening? Huh? When there is no when there is no affection, there is no pain, right? When there is love, then there is pain. When there is no affection, no problem. Got it? Yeah, Mother. Yeah, agreed. This is what she is saying. Since you have cut the bonds of affection that compel parents to raise children, you appear inexperienced and unintelligent. हाँ पहले था क्या inexperienced. Now she is saying you are not even intelligent. Maybe you are intelligent but not able to do. No. You are not only not intelligent. You are also not experienced. Two blames. Hey, don't laugh, man. Her condition is that. What can we do? This problem comes when we are doing bhakti with apeksha. When we have some expectation from bhakti, right? I am doing bhakti so that I have very nice, like a very smooth going life. No problems. Problems can be everywhere. No problem. Should not come in my life. Why? I am doing japa. Why? I am taking prasadam. Why? Because I am serving. There should not be any problem. No, that's not at all possible. One should take to devotional service without reservations and surrender everything to the supreme will of the Lord. That will make one happy in this life and next. If we really want to be happy, what we should do? We should just accept what is that Lord is giving us. If He is giving us a lot, we are happy. If He is taking us everything, we are happy. Why? Because I am servant of the Lord. So what did she blame? She said, Lord, you are inexperienced and unintelligent. Huh? If there is no, anyway, because we have less time, I'll just go because her list goes little more. If the bonds and affection Lord created are disturbed by karma, no one will raise children with affection. Instead, everyone will cruelly neglect his children. Is that what Lord wants? Because affection is causing me pain, better to be cruel, na? Then there is no problem. Because why to build affection and experience pain due to separation? पहले से ही ऐसे रहते हैं. No attachment, no pain. My dear son, I am helpless and very much aggrieved. You should not give up my company. Just look at your lamenting father. She is talking to that dead son. We are helpless because without a son, we shall have to suffer the distress of going to the darkest hellish. That is still very important. Huh? You are the only hope by which we can get out of these dark regions. Therefore, I request, hey, please come back. Hey, let's not make fun, man. It's very serious. Huh? Therefore, I request you not to go any further with merciless Yama. If Yamaraj is coming, he is very merciless, he may take you. But no, no, please show mercy. Please come back. Huh? Anyway, in this way, my dear son, you have slept a long time. Now please get up. Huh? Your playmates are calling you to play. Since you must be very hungry, get up and dissipate our lamentation. Get up, yeah, and then it goes further. My dear son, I am certainly most unfortunate, for I can no longer see your mild smiling. And this is all she was expressing. And then finally, Parikshit Maharaj is saying, Sukadev Goswami is saying, accompanied by his wife, who was thus lamenting for her dead. Oi, oi, हाँ क्या है dead son. King Chitraketu began crying loudly with an open mouth, with greatly aggrieved. He is crying now. What is he crying? He is crying, what Bhagwan, kya ho gaya? He's just thinking, oh, why this happened to me? When the great sage Angira understood that the king was almost dead in ocean of lamentation, he went there with Narad Rishi. In this whole episode, we can see that so much happened. I mean, I'm happy that we finished the chapter. But don't we see so much message in just this small conversation? Huh? And the point is very very relevant for us, that we should be very careful with envy, because when we have envy, we will burn ourselves, isn't it? We are burning. Hey, we are not happy. We are not happy. Huh? Because I can't digest others' happiness, which means I am not happy. And because of that, my intelligence gets spoiled, and I am poisoned. My mind is not good. And when my mind is not good, my actions are not good. When my actions are not good, what will happen? Now, this is one very important thing. No envy. Second thing is, be satisfied with what we have. This is, I mean, I have not yet touched because I was not sure whether we finished, but there is a very important point here. I think that may come next chapter also. The point is, if Chitraketu was satisfied with what he had, no son, that's okay. If Lord doesn't give, no, that's okay. Rather, because that created a lot of anxiety, that not having something, not having that, because there is social pressure. Sometimes there is also social pressure. Hey, I, are you having a child soon? When are you becoming parents? All these are so much peer pressure that comes around us, and also all the other things. No, we accept what Lord gives. I think in the next chapter it will come, where Narad Muni is going to give all these wonderful instructions. So we'll touch that there, but it's very very important. First thing is, let's be satisfied with what we have. Don't we have so much? Huh? If we see our own life, we are very happy, but when we see others' life and they have more, then we have problem. Come on, no, I'm very happy if others have it. Yeah, because they have to suffer more, right? No, if you have more, you have to suffer more, right? If someone is very very rich, Arush, you become very very rich, you have to maintain it, man. Better don't have much richness. If you have more money, you have to worry more. No, you can earn. Devotees know how to dispatch. Yeah? So, no problem. I'm just telling, the more we have, the more worries, isn't it? Better, what is coming? If Krishna wants us to engage in that service with more, we do it. If Krishna wants us to engage with less, it doesn't matter. We give our best. Because Krishna knows what is the right thing that we need. No, 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 no. I want something. Then what happened? Life of Chitraketu. What happened? Chitraketu became, he went through suffering. Kritadidis went through suffering. The son. Okay, what can be done? Okay, thank you very much. Any questions? Any comments?
Maybe one question for you. So normally we say that everything is destined, right? So maybe it was destined that Chitraketu will have son, even if he doesn't ask, or I mean, how to?
In his destiny there is no son. Why? That is the reason all the wives were barrens. So
Because of his insistence.
because he wanted something, because of that, actually Angira Rishi came for very important purpose. Angira Rishi came to give spiritual transcendental knowledge. That's why he asked all the Kushala Prashna, how are you, where are you, and all these things now, were just to understand, is he ready to receive the transcendental knowledge? But he was worried that he didn't have son. Okay, let us solve this problem first, then time will give an opportunity.
So was it also his trick
Who's trick?
that Angira she strict to give him a son?
No, no, no. That's what even he wanted, no? He gave, he gave, he gave something that is not in his register, but he gave it.
But he knew that this son will die soon.
He knew that sun will be cause of happiness and distress in everyone's life. Na? You can take it as a general statement. You can also take as a very transcendental forecast or prediction. Both are valid. Yes.
So your soul gets reincarnated until, for example, God says you have suffered enough, your karma is finished.
Hmm.
So is life a punishment?
Yes. For what we do mistakes, yeah, it's punishment.
But there's also positive sides in life.
Yeah, yeah. We are all looking only positive sides. That's why we are going to punishment. Isn't it? We are thinking, hey, if I go out of the jail, I can have a very nice life. Sometimes I can steal, borrow something and rob everything. I can go for some time in jail and again I can come out. Again jail, again come out. That's what we are doing. When we understand now this jail business is, why should I suffer in jail? Rather I can always be happy. That's what we want to just find a way out. Yeah, nice.
So she was attached to her son, right? That was the cause for her lamentation. So generally when we serve someone or take care of someone, we develop some attachment. Yeah? So is that also an obstacle in our spiritual life, or and so is it like that we should serve but should not develop any attachment? Or
The answer is next tomorrow's session. That's what Narad Muni is telling. Yeah. The question is mainly like, okay, shouldn't we have affection? Yeah, this is what even she said. Kritaditi was saying, hey, is the affection cause of our suffering? Then let's not even have affection. Let's let's bring the kids very cruelly. If he's asking chocolate, hey, no chocolate. No chocolate at all. Lifelong no chocolate. Very cruel. Why? Because why should I be so happy? Because if I give something, he think, oh, my mother is good, my father is good, and he is affectionate. Why to again have his affection again when it goes away? No, better no. No. Yes, Prabhu.
मैं आज क्यों हिंदी
Yes.
प्रभु जैसे आपने कहा जैसे अंगिरा ऋषि ने उनको पता था कि चित्रकेतु के जो संतान अगर उनको संतान देगा तो उसके सुख और दुख का कारण दोनों बनेगा उसके लिए परफेक्ट नहीं था तो जैसे बच्चे कुछ जिद करते हैं मांगते हैं तो जो पेरेंट्स होते हैं तो वो जो चीज़ उस बच्चे के लिए ठीक नहीं है उसको नहीं देते तो अंगिरा ऋषि को तो पता था कि ये इसको आगे चल के इसको दुखी दुख देगा इसके लिए ठीक नहीं है तो फिर भी उसकी जिद के ऊपर उसको फिर ये तो पनिशमेंट होगी उसके लिए नहीं
क्या
होता
करें?
तो नहीं होता लेकिन अभी है और चला गया ये रिश्ता ज़्यादा दुख हो गया फिर भी क्यों दिया उसको
There are 3 levels of learning. I mean, everyone followed question, I think, no? You want to translate in English? जो सुनते हैं उनके लिए so the question is that parents are very careful with the kids, that if kids are asking something that's not good, the parents stop, usually try to avoid it. So Angira Rishi should also would have done it when Chitraketu came and asked, I want a son. He said, hey, no, that's not good. But when we are so much mad of what we want, then rather understanding we misunderstand. I remember my parents when I wanted to go for exhibition, no, not exhibition, what is it called? Excursion. We wanted to go. There was a school which is next to us. They were going to Sri Shailam, Lord Mallikarjun temple. Slow. अच्छा मैं खुद हिंदी में बोलूँ क्या? सबको समझ में आती है? बच्चे हैं चले चले मेरा हिंदी अच्छी है सुनो तो एक बार था कि एक एक्सकर्शन था हमारे बगल में जो स्कूल था, उनके बच्चे जा रहे थे। मैं सोचा था नहीं मैं भी जाऊँ, क्योंकि मैं सोचा था फ्रेंड से मिलूँ, बात करूँ, अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मिलेगा, अच्छा है। लेकिन मेरे पेरेंट्स ना एट द टाइम मेरे मदर बेंगलुरु में थी और वो थे और वो कह रहे थे नहीं नहीं जाना, क्योंकि वो उसी दिन वापस नहीं आना है, वहाँ पे 1 या 2 दिन रुकने के लिए। तो इतना ज़िद्दी कर रहा था मैं कि नहीं मुझे जाना ही है। हाँ, क्योंकि मैं सोचने लगा है पेरेंट्स के इतना क्रूएल है। समझते नहीं क्या बच्चों का क्यों स्वभाव क्या है, क्या मन क्या है, क्या अच्छा है क्या बुरा है, ये सिर्फ उनके ही है क्या? उनका बारी अगर उनको बारी है तो वो खुद आना चाहिए। मुझे क्यों रोके? तो ये होता है। तो इसीलिए बेटर है कि ऐसे करें ताकि फाइनली मेरे पेरेंट्स ना मुझे भेजें। वो वहाँ पे श्रीशैलम गया था, वहाँ पे महसूस हुआ कि काफ़ी डेंजरस है। तो जो प्रोटेक्शन चाहिए, जो सेफ्टी है उन्हें है। जो हम फैमिली के साथ जाते हैं ना तो सब अपने आप ऑटोमेटिक देखभाल हो जाता। वहाँ पे हम खुद गए, हमको खुद देखना पड़ा सब कुछ, क्या क्या है क्या क्या नहीं है, क्यों हम समझ। तो इसीलिए 3 तरीके का लर्निंग्स रहते हैं। एक है जो कोई बोलेंगे कि ये नहीं करना चाहिए तो हम नहीं करेंगे, ये फर्स्ट लेवल है। सेकंड लेवल है कि दूसरा लेवल है कि नहीं आप जो कहते हैं मुझे नहीं पता वो सही है कि नहीं, मैं खुद ट्राई करूँगा। क्योंकि हो सकता है कि आपके लिए काम नहीं हुआ लेकिन मेरा काम मेरे लिए काम कर सकती है, तो इसलिए ट्राई कर सकते। बाद में जब पता चलता है नहीं सही बोला है, जो पेरेंट्स कह रहे हैं वो सही है, जो गुरु कहते हैं वो सही है, जो शास्त्र कहते हैं वो सही है, सब कुछ तो सीखते हैं और सुधर जाते हैं। और तीसरे तरह के लोग ना इतना भी देख के भी सीखते नहीं, इसलिए बोलते हैं नहीं ये सब कुछ बकवास है। बच्चा चाहिए नहीं सर, बच्चा चाहिए। सो चित्रकेतु को बच्चा मिल गया। तो अंगिरा ऋषि जो देना चाहते हैं, जब वो लेने के लिए वो रेडी नहीं थे, जो उनको वो जिद था कि मुझे पूरा वो रहता है ना कि सब कुछ है लेकिन जो नहीं है वही बड़ा हो जाता है हमारे लाइफ में। हमको चाहिए तो यही चाहिए, क्योंकि हम सोचते हैं कि ये बहुत आईफोन नहीं है मेरे पास। किसी के पास आईफोन नहीं है तो जिसके पास आईफोन है वो बोलेगा आईफोन क्या है, लेकिन जिसके पास नहीं है वो बोलेगा अरे आईफोन है, आईफोन चाहिए। नंबर क्या बोल? 11 12 13, अभी कौन सा है? 16। देखा नंबर में क्या है? लेकिन जिसको पता है ना फ़ोन ही नहीं चाहिए उसको आईफोन हो या यूफोन डजेंट मैटर। तो इसीलिए चित्रकेतु के लिए वो काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट था कि अगर बच्चा हो तो ज़्यादा सीखे.
उसको अपना तजुर्बा करना था.
Yeah. Okay. We'll stop here.
One more katha.
तो पूरा एक दिन होने के बाद. लेकिन आप पास ही थे ना, आपका ज़रूरत क्या है? आप तो पास ही बैठे हैं. अच्छा, तो लेट्स बी हैप्पी.
जो है उसमें खुश रहेंगे.
आई डोंट नो, वाज द क्वेश्चन अब कृष्ण से प्रभु?
Yeah, I have a question, but you can answer tomorrow also.
वी कैन आंसर टुमारो.
It was just more in-depth.
टुमारो इज वेरी इंटेंस. बी रेडी. सब आपने आपने आपके आपके जो रुमाल है ना वो लेके आओ कल. हाँ.
No, Prabhu, the question is it really true they were what Chitraketu was uh, desiring? Like, if I don't have a son, I will maybe remain in the hellish condition after death and all.
Yes.
Is it really true?
Yes.
That okay.
Yes. That is that's true, because Shastras are saying there is whole process that is telling कि Antyeshti is a sanskar. Antyeshti is a sanskar where which day how the soul is going, getting a body. There is a whole process.
No, but is it necessary to have a son to do that, or
Yes.
are
Yes.
workarounds given in the
Yeah. Who is going to do? Will you pay someone to do it? Son has to do it. What is the guarantee that someone else will do? We can see in the Ramayana, we can see that Anshuman, what happened? Bhagirath has to do after three generation, three lives, sir. 3 lives. Bhagirath. It is that the ashes had to be touched by the Ganges, but the Ganges from the heavenly planets have to come. Heavenly world has to come. Bhagirath did it. Why? So we see that there is desperate need.
So the desire of Chitraketu was genuine.
Yeah, it is valid. But what is not there, what can we do? You're seeing the point? Yeah. This is a very important principle for devotees of all classes, of all ages, of all genders, and every. Anyone who calls a devotee should just accept what is blessed. Whatever is happening in the life, one just accept it. It is said that one should not over endeavor for material things. First of all, and in this case, it's not material thing; it's very important thing, so that can relieve them. Pitrarun, there is also Devarun, there is so many runas, and through which the sun is very important. But Shastras are also very powerful, because Shastras are saying, what if you don't have a son? There are families where there is no son. What is going to happen? There is also adjustments that are there. But here the son, it was that Chitraketu was more interested that he don't have son. He wanted to enjoy that parent relation. They want to have a son, he can enjoy.
Yeah, my question was that. So Shastra has some workarounds given in case
Shastras are,
families don't have.
the best workaround is become perfect devotee. If you become perfect devotee, Yamunacharya, sorry, translation going or? Yeah. हिंदी. हाँ, कहाँ थे?
You were talking about Yamunacharya.
या यामुनाचार्य कहते हैं कि अगर कोई अच्छा डिवोटी बने और फर्स्ट क्लास डिवोटी जब बनते हैं तो ये सारे जो भी है करने के लिए जो भी है ना, संस्कार है, ये शास्त्र है, कर्मकांड जो भी है, सब कुछ करने का ज़रूरत नहीं है. अगर हमको रियली 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 हमारे पूर्वजों का भलाई चाहते हैं, पूर्वजों का नहीं, आगे पीढ़ियों के लिए भलाई चाहते हैं, तो क्या करना चाहिए? भक्त बनना चाहिए. अगर हम भक्त बने, जब प्रहलाद महाराज भक्त बने, उनके पास्ट एंड फ्यूचर जनरेशंस all were devotees. Bali Maharaj is a devotee? No. So best thing is to really if we are, अगर हम really सोचते हैं कि सब ये है, जितना शास्त्र है कलियुगा में वो शास्त्र उतना अनुकूल नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि जो यज्ञ करने के लिए जो घी चाहिए वो शुद्ध नहीं है, जो समित चाहिए वो शुद्ध नहीं है, जो पंडित चाहिए वो शुद्ध नहीं है। अभी क्या कर सकते हैं? अभी क्या करें? हाँ, अंगिरा ऋषि को बुलाएं?
वो भी नहीं आएंगे।
हाँ हाँ,
वो भी नहीं आएंगे।
वो भी नहीं आएंगे। वो डर के जाएंगे। यस माता।
गुरुजी, अगर किसी के पास पुत्र नहीं है
हाँ।
तो फिर पुत्री बेटी
हम्म।
तो क्या वो पिंडदान कर सकते हैं?
शास्त्र में है, ऐसा करने का विधि है। और ये भी है कि अगर बाय द वे किसका पिंडदान?
अपने
पेरेंट्स का
पेरेंट्स
पिता
या
पुत्री पिता का
दादाजी
I have read that one can offer tarpan, even the ladies can offer tarpan for the forefathers. So that's allowed. And when it comes to offering Shraddh ceremony, if the wife is passed away, then the husband will do it. And if the father or there is no one, then the son of his brother, or in that way there is a whole way of how that can be still done. It is not that one becomes completely orphan and there is no way that he can get relieved. There is a way, there is a way. But again, when we take to that process, there is a chance that you may still again get a relief, that you again come back to this world. But if you become a devotee, then because you are devotee, the generations will escape from this cycle of birth and death. We are not just relieving from the hellish conditions. We are not just relieving from the suffering. We are granting them the love of Godhead, the spiritual world.
then they will be liberated from the Pitraloka.
Yes, yes,
They will not come back again.
yes, yes.
So in that case, like if Prahlad Maharaj was a great devotee, so like his father,
Hiranyakashipu.
yeah, so he also got
Yes,
liberation like
yes.
that.
For that, Narsingadev is saying, why are you asking already? Because you are devotee, already got spiritual.
But then what about his bad karmas?
Huh?
Like
That is the mercy of the Lord. That is the mercy of the devotee. Because the devotee is in that family, that itself will do everything, cleaning process. Because one is completely surrendered. He is completely dedicated to the Lord. He is completely devoted to the Lord. That means the potency of that, it is said. Even if one doesn't become perfect devotee, but he practices devotion to whatever capacity he is, 3 generations up and down are already pure. That's why usually we have ना शादी के टाइम पे पूछते ना आपके दादा कौन है, परदादा कौन है, etc. Why they want to see, hey, is there a devotee in the family? It is not that, hey, how rich he is, how famous he is, how, no? They want to see who is at least, is there a devotee in the family? Huh? You have a question? I think it's getting late. If it's short,
no, just as we discussed that we should not be having an expectation and then pray to Krishna.
okay.
But then how to relate with Sandipani Muni after he asked for having his son back? I mean, he gave the knowledge and then he asked for something which he wanted.
Yeah. Is there something wrong there?
Yeah, but it doesn't make, he wanted the son for the same reason.
The question is, if one should serve the Lord without special interest, or in return something. Yeah, did Sandipani Muni train them? No. When they said, hey, we want to give you Guru Dakshina, then that is a Krishna is showing how we should offer Guru Dakshina to the Guru. That's usually it is said. Why Krishna, who knows everything, goes to Sandipani Muni to learn? To show that everyone should approach a Guru. And as part of that, there is also this that if a Guru, we are not just for free. We are also want to serve and we want to please the Guru. After all, Guru has given us life. So we want to dedicate that life and we want to see Guru Dakshina. In return, what can we give? And the Guru Dakshina, if Gurus would always say, hey, no, go. No. We can see in every, even if, for example, to fulfill the mission of Guru, who is going to do that?
Is it good to ask his son do his
That was, if you see, that was because his wife was very much, what is her name? I forgot. Ambika Mataji? You are an encyclopedia of scriptures. Anyway, she was very much, actually that was the, Sandipan Muni was saying, no, because he was just like Vishwamitra Muni was saying, hey, I'm very happy that here I'm serving the Lord. But at the same time, because she was very much painful that, oh, she was lamenting, oh, how nice if a son like Krishna would be there. Yeah, there is no harm. Okay, Prabhu, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Then we close here. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Grandraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Hare Krishna. Everyone, a humble request, please remember everything what you heard because tomorrow you save my time. Otherwise, I have to repeat everything again. I am going to ask all these questions tomorrow. If you have new questions, you can ask me. Hare Krishna. Shila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. We will do a very fast direct Damodar Ashtakam. है क्या?